Deep within the ancient lands of Philistia, a man named Samson rose to prominence, his story etched into the annals of history and faith. Born to Manoah and his wife, Samson's birth was foretold by an angel who declared that he would be a Nazirite dedicated to God from birth. His mother was advised to abstain from wine and unclean foods, setting Samson apart even before he drew his first breath. From a young age, Samson exhibited extraordinary strength, which would become his defining trait throughout his life. He was a towering figure with muscles rippling beneath his skin and a resolute gaze that betrayed his fierce spirit. Samson's strength was not just physical but imbued by divine power, a gift from God to combat Israel's enemies. His earliest feats of strength involved defeating a lion with his bare hands while wandering in the wilderness. He later used his brute force to tear apart a city gate and carry it to the top of a hill, symbolic of his mighty resolve. As he grew older, his reputation spread across the land, inspiring both awe and fear among the Philistines and Israelites alike. Yet his strength was also linked to a divine promise. His Nazirite vow forbade him from cutting his hair. Samson's hair became a symbol of his divine blessing, and he guarded it fiercely, knowing its importance to his power. But his life was a complex tapestry of victories, passions, and mistakes, deeply intertwined with his faith and flaws. He fell deeply attracted to a Philistine woman named Delilah, whose beauty and cunning would change his fate. The Philistines, desperate to discover the secret of his strength, bribed Delilah with silver to find out. She coaxed him many times, asking, "Tell me the secret of your strength." Samson trustingly revealed, "If my hair is cut, I will be as weak as any other man." One night, while he slept, Delilah had his hair shaved, betraying her promise and his trust. Immediately, Samson's strength waned, and he was captured by the Philistines, who blinded and imprisoned him. Despite this downfall, Samson's faith remained a flickering flame within him, guiding his resolve. In his imprisonment, his hair began to grow back, symbolizing the resurgence of divine power within him. The Philistines celebrated their victory, bringing Samson out to entertain them in their temple of Dagon. They mocked him, reveling in his humiliation, unaware that his strength was not solely in his hair, but with God. Samson called out to God, begging for one last act of strength to avenge himself and his people. God granted his request, and Samson pushed against the pillars supporting the temple with all his might. The entire structure trembled and crashed down, killing many Philistines, including Samson himself. His death was marked by a final wave of divine strength, delivering a devastating blow to his enemies. The story of Samson is a testament to the complex relationship between faith, strength, and human frailty. It illustrates how divine support can empower an individual to achieve great feats. Yet it also warns of how personal flaws and temptations can lead even the strongest astray. Samson's life was a constant battle between divine calling and worldly desires, a narrative of both power and vulnerability. Throughout history, his story has been remembered as a tale of miraculous strength and tragic downfall. It inspires reflection on the importance of faith, humility, and obedience to divine will. As a figure of biblical legend, Samson continues to symbolize the potential for greatness and the perils of neglecting one's vows. His legacy endures in cultural references, art, and religious teachings that emphasize the importance of faith and resilience. Scientists and historians analyze his story as a blend of myth and history, exploring the deep origins of his legendary strength. Scholars ponder whether his feats were spiritual allegories or actual historical events woven into biblical narrative. Despite debates, Samson's story remains a powerful example of faith's capacity to empower against insurmountable odds. His life exemplifies the eternal human struggle with temptation, faithfulness, and the pursuit of divine purpose. In many ways, Samson's journey mirrors the universal quest for strength, both physical and spiritual. His story encourages us to consider how divine support and personal discipline can lead to extraordinary outcomes. Ultimately, Samson's legend teaches that even in the face of failure, redemption and divine grace are possible. His final act of destruction and sacrifice leave a lasting legacy on the pages of sacred history and collective memory. The biblical account of Samson demonstrates that true strength comes from faith and loyalty to divine commandments. This story continues to inspire millions worldwide, reminding us of the power of faith in overcoming life's challenges. In the grand tapestry of history, Samson stands as a towering figure, a symbol of strength, redemption, and divine trust.